From America's heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa.
And hello everyone around the world, around the nation, wherever you may be. Welcome to Gary J's Sports Page on GJRB Online and Spreaker all around the nation, all around the world on a Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be. Might be Saturday evening, might be Saturday night. Just 24 hours after tragedy took place in Paris, France. Football tournament, football event, what they call football, which is soccer. This event was sprayed with bullets, a lot of people killed, an event that was tragic. Very tragic. And we're going to talk about that here on GJRB today on Sports Page. Well, it's been let's this program. Let's see. The last time we did a Sports Page, let's see. That was back when the Cubs were still playing. It's been a long time. We were on hiatus for a while, mainly because we had a lot of sporting events, and our church had the All Saints Day event, which we had to clean up and get ready for. So we had slight delay in getting Sports Page on the air. Hadn't much time to put material together for it. So basically, I had to put the show on hold for a while. And so this was off the air for a little over a month. All throughout the playoffs and the World Series. Disappointing loss for the Cubs, but I gotta tell you, I want to thank them for a fabulous season the Cubs had this year. It was incredible. We had a great season. I mean, the Cubs were awesome this year. They went above and beyond their normal performance in any year that I can remember. So, hats off to them. They had a fairly decent season, and things went pretty well for the Cubs. And right now, want to congratulate three of the Cubs: Jake Arrieta, who is their best pitcher this year. He had that no-hitter. He pitched. And then we have Chris Bryant, who actually, I believe, got some kind of an MVP award this year for the Cubs. Outstanding. So those guys deserve a round of applause, and we'll have it here. Also, let's see. Yeah, I remember now. It was Cubs manager, their new manager, Joe Madden, who also gets a cheer for the manager of the year and a manager for the Cubs. So congratulations to you guys. Fabulous baseball season for the Cubs this year. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, outstanding. Cubs for a great season in 2015. Let's see what they can do in 2016. They get their act together. I mean, if they really pull it out like they did this year, and they really pull up on spring training, and they have a fairly decent season in 2016. I mean, I can't hardly wait till spring season. Can't wait till spring training. We're going to see a lot of Cubs action this year. I mean, when spring training comes back around here on Sports Page, I'll be talking about it all the time. Get used to it. So it's gonna be great. And want to say the Cubs, you guys did a great job at 2015 World Series in 2016. How about that? But like I said, best condolences go to the people in Paris. I was looking at some of the news last night to prep for this program. And I'll be going into my scroll through social media as I do on this show and on the Gary Russell program. It's where I go into scroll through social media and I find my articles. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, as you all know. One of them is that first quarter. I didn't want. I have it on my DVR. Just last Sunday, and the quarterback there, Big Ben, got hurt. It was the left ankle, and he's out. He could be out for the season because it's pretty bad. Don't know, but that's going to hurt the Steelers quite a bit because they were they're not doing good anyway in a record. I mean, some of our players. I mean, we need a whole crop of new ball players for that team because the Pittsburgh Steelers haven't been the team that hasn't been, all that good. And championships to rebuild because they haven't been, let's say they haven't been the team they usually are. And unfortunately, they need their practice. They need the ball players. They need to revamp their football team. After a lot of championship seasons, usually that's what it is. A lot of the sporting teams, the teams that really had a good season, now need to rebuild. So They haven't been what I remember being a fabulous football team. So, like any other one, I mean, look at the other football teams that are in the basement. Um, you have with me today. It's Gary J Sports Page on GJRB. I'll be inviting you to join me in the chat room, and we'll talk about some sports today on Gary J Sports Page, and give you a look at some of the stuff going on. Also, a moment of silence for those that suffered that football, that action, the terrorist attack, the needless death that took place yesterday in Paris. Yet, so for you listening on podcast, we want to wish all condolences for this sad and useless sense of terror that went on, and what a shame. You know, needless attack, needless garbage. You know, I just don't understand why anyone would want to kill innocent people. But here you go, and sad situation. A lot of needless death. Yesterday, when I did the Gary Russin program, the Gary Russin Way Out There show over on YouTube, that's when the story broke. A little over 24 hours ago since that happened. It's still a shock to a lot of people in France. It really is. It's a shock. To see this is just terrible turn of events. And what else could I say? What else could I tell you? But it's just a sad state of affairs here. You know, a lot of useless death, and a lot of people. We'll be talking about that throughout the afternoon here on GJRB. Okay, let's see. I want to look at some of the new sports articles that we got coming up. College football week. I'll be giving you the preview of this week's football events, football stuff. Some of the stories we're going to talk about. Tom Brady's contract gives the Patriots an enormous advantage over the rest of the NFL. And in the preview of my preview for New England Patriots against the Giants, former New York Knicks draft pick Michael Wright found murdered. This I heard a while back. Don't know exactly when this happened. Found murdered in his SUV in Brooklyn. Boy, this is some LSU. We'll talk about this. Format remains a lineup as probe continues. Don't know about that one. Asia female MMA star. I finished a fight very quickly. This is Angela Lee, part of a new generation of mixed martial arts in Asia. An incredible military flashlight now available. We'll talk about that. Yeah, look at that. Lewis Hamilton crashed his rare Pagani Zonda in Monaco. Very expensive car, I guess. Kind of like a Lamborghini, more than likely. So Formula One ace Lewis Hamilton was involved. He's said to be a minor crash in Monaco. F1 superstar took the Instagram earlier this week to inform fans of what had happened, and he is okay and fit to compete. So we're good on that. Great. And we'll have a talk on that one. And along the line, we'll also, not just on this show, also on the Gary Russell program, way out there, we always still give you weather on the fives, and we'll have that coming up later too, here on GJRB. So, hope you'll stay with me and have a lot of fun on the sports page. So, a lot of college action going on. Before I came on the air, I was watching the Ohio State versus Ohio State was playing Illini, and Illini was getting walloped. Yeah, wouldn't you know? Let's see what that score is, plus other college action, because it's time for the sports page scoreboard on GJRB. Let's take a look at what's going on in the sports page scoreboard right now. And Iowa State. What is this strange lettering on here? What is that? RZ. What's RZ? Anyway, Iowa State defeating Oklahoma State right now 17-7. That's because they have the ball or something. Right, let's see. North Carolina right now is the lead over Miami. The previous game I mentioned, the Iowa State-Oklahoma State game, 43 seconds left in the first quarter. 14-16 in the second right now. 14-16 left. And 7-0 North Carolina over Miami. Indiana over Michigan. No, the other way around. 58 seconds left in the first quarter right now. 7-3 Michigan over Indiana. No score in the Alabama-Mississippi State game. North Dakota is over Wake Forest now. 14-0. It just finished up their first quarter. Navy over SMU, 14-0. That's 40 seconds left in the first quarter. 14 tie for Clemson against Syra, 14 all. And that's a look at our live sports scores. I'll have some of the games coming up tonight in the NCAA action and give you some more finals. So we got some finals here. Just in the same... Yeah, I got some finals here. Florida beat South Carolina 24-14. Purdue lost to Northwestern 21-14. 14. That's number 18 Northwestern. And Florida State beat North Carolina State 34-17. Those games are done. In the NBA going on right now, 6:27 left in the second quarter, and we have Los Angeles. I believe that's LAC. Detroit's beating them 48-33, and that's our sports page scores for now on Gary J's sports page.
Watch. Pray. For you not know what hour the sun Keep up with world news and events you hear on GJRB's News on the Hour. Go to End Time Headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. With a lot of chaos happening, keep in touch with End Time Headlines and GJRB.
GJRB is now visual with the GJRB YouTube channel. Watch the Gary Russell program, Way Out There, Sports Page, and Radio and Television Classics. Join in the conversation, answer trivia questions, or ask my guest questions on the GJRB Google Plus Hangout channel during my live call-in shows. These segments will be recorded for replay on these programs on the GJRB Internet Radio on Spreaker. Subscribe today and watch GJRB TV on YouTube. The mainstream media is not telling you the truth. They have their own agenda. At GJRB, I have mine, telling you what's really going on with sources like End Time Headlines, InfoWars, Coast to Coast AM, and most importantly, CBN News, keeping you on top of what's happening at the top and bottom of each hour during the Gary Rustin program. I'll give you the news and analysis of what I think with Gary J's News and Comment. Get the real news. True news. News that's not in the mainstream. On GJRB. Oh man, I love these headphones. You know, they sound better than any other pair I've used. I'm using the big bulky ones they call cans in the radio business because they're huge puppies. We're talking about some of the early headphones that come out. The big bulky ones. But you know what? I sound better on here than I do on them little tin ones. I mean, the ones that are, you know, that they came out with when they came out with Walkman radios. And then those headphones used to be so flimsy that if you stepped on them, they broke. You know, I don't like those headphones, man, because the quality of them are really sucko. I mean, they are the worst pair of headphones that anybody could buy. I mean, I could go anywhere, and you go to those like secondhand stores. And those are the worst headphones. I mean, really. I mean, I have never in my whole freaking life seen that I had a pair of headphones like these. And I loved them because they were fit around the ear. They were comfy, cozy. And then later on, when they came out with those pair of headphones when the Walkmans came out in the 80s, they came out with these flimsy, what do you call those? The little teeny puny ones, right? And the sound quality on them are great. I'm not going to knock it, but the headphones themselves would fall apart so easily if you just sat on them or you stepped on them, which is one of my worst habits. My wife she says to me all the time, Gary, you go through so many headphones. What is it? You go through so many headphones. I said, I know. It's because they don't make the headphones like they used to. I mean, they just don't. And these are a better pair. I like them. I mean, they are incredible. And, I mean, this is what I started out with when I got into radio. A pair like these. And if you watch my show on YouTube, I have them on. Watch my YouTube show. I have them on. And you'll see for yourself. They're the old kind of headphones, but the quality is incredible. Really are. So if you go to a secondhand store and you want a pair of headphones, get those. Because you will not be sorry. The quality is incredible. And you get a sound like you would never believe. So just buy those. Just do it. I mean, you won't be sorry. I'm going to take a break. Be right back. Got more Sports Page coming up next on GJRB. Stand by your internet radio